it is going to be back to school unlike any other. It will probably represent the most uncertain school experience for many families, which might increase the level of stress and anxiety for kids. In as much as I have little idea of what going back to school will look like as a teacher, but I am not sure of what school will look like in reality when we reopen next week. If your child is feeling anxious about going back to school during this global pandemic, or if you notice that this pandemic has probably caused a lot of change in behavior of your child that might probably affect their performance during this academic school year, this video is for you. So I will encourage you to watch till the end. In this video, I am going to offer 5 tips for going back to school anxiety during a global pandemic. Tip number 1, children need routine. We are people of habit. It is most likely that your kids' routine have turned upside down within these past few months of this pandemic, especially when most of them have changed and a little bit insecure about their body image. So maybe some of them have added weight or have changed generally as a result of adolescence, so causing a little bit of stress and don't know how to even start preparing every morning going back to school because they are kind of enjoying learning within the comfort of their home. But the point is that they have to go to school. So more than ever, children need routine. So consider this going back to school as an opportunity to build a new routine that will make sense for your children. Once you've made the routine, you want to make effort to communicate this new routine clearly to your children. Explain what you expect from them, explain what they can expect their days to look like, and let them know that unexpected things can happen in between, because it depends on how things unfold within this couple of few weeks and couple of months. So focus on the things you can control, such as morning routine, homework routine, and make effort to include one self-care task. It could be going to the park, it could be just walking in the evening, or just any other activity that is self-care focus. You want to include that depending on what works for your family. Number 2 tip, safety. These difficult times are affecting people in different ways. So, but one common concern for everyone is that of safety. Start addressing this concern by making sure you follow up-to-date guidelines from credible health sources. Read your child's school's newsletter, because most times they have interpreted this guideline in such a way that is applicable to their school specifically. So you want to know the safety measures that schools are taking, your kids' schools are taking. You want to also make sure that you know what their next steps or foreseeable plan looks like, so that you can then start making the necessary adjustments that will help your kids. Make sure your kids understand the basic guidelines, such as wearing of masks, washing their hands effectively, and keeping a distance from others. Model this behavior for them. So help illustrate the point of explaining why the precaution measures are important, and use age-appropriate language so that you will not scare them, so that they will not start freaking out. Number 3, have a focused conversation about what is going on right now with your kids. So try to make a time to have a focused conversation about the global pandemic, what is happening, the changes happening around us. Sit down and ask directly about their concern and really listen to them. You now, more than ever, you want to listen to them, you want to hear them out, and you want to make sure you ask them about their highs and lows more often within the first few weeks and months going on, and address topics that they bring up with empathy, and try to find practical plans and help them to work through their fears. Number 4, please, you want your children to know how you love and care for them. Tell them verbally. Most times we are busy working, providing for them, that you not remember to tell them how you love and care for them. So you want them to know that you love them, that you're not going to put them in harm's way, that you're making safe decisions for them. They need to know, they need to be aware of it. Don't give that impression you just want them to go out without telling them the reason, the importance of them going out, so that they will not come to school as if they are forced and be looking at their teachers as though they were just forced. Rather, you want them to go out having that kind of mindset that they are going out because it is important for them to go and learn. And also it's important that they know that fighting this level of pandemic is a community effort. Even them, they have roles to play in order to fight this global pandemic. So remind them you are not going to put them in harm's ways, and that you are doing your best to make safe decisions for them. Number 5, please make sure you are caring for yourself as well. Anxiety and stress in parents can build to the point of disrupted functions, which negatively affect children. So you want to take proper care of yourself so that you can be your best and be the best caretaker for your children. We all know that this is also a stressful time for you too as a parent. So you want to take care of yourself. You have to adapt quickly into many different roles and make adjustments you haven't even thought of before. So by watching this video to this point already, you are doing your best. Give yourself the credit you deserve and check in with yourself more often. You're doing your best and you're the best. The last and probably the most important one is pray and cover your children before they leave to school. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. I cannot overemphasize this. So if you're interested in finding out answers to most of your questions around going back to school, watch part 2 of this video.